What's going on, everybody? We're back. No tobacco review today. Today, I got a little update on a mold situation I had with some tobacco. I don't know if I teased it, I kind of mentioned it in my last video that I had opened up a tin, found some mold. I had 2 tins of the same stuff from the same um, production date. So I opened up the other tin. There was mold in that tin as well. And I got a little box opening. So 2 things should be pretty quick. So most people probably figured out where the mold was from. I know some manufacturers had struggled with mold in the past. Oh, before we get into that, I'm smoking my little Radici Rhodesian. Great little pipe. You know, the issue with a lot of Rodicis and like Castellos, and I think in general some of the Italian pipes, is that they generally are a little bit bigger than I prefer. But this is just like a great little size. I mean, just a perfect little size. I tend to lean towards some of the slightly smaller pipes. I don't like a real big pipe generally. I have a couple pretty good size ones, but I like them enough to where it doesn't bother me. But like generally, I lean more towards a small, as I've mentioned before. Smoking a little bit of Sutliff Virginia Slices in the little Radici, but super cool little pipe. Um, just got a great shape. Feels really good in the hand. It's good stuff. So anyway, the manufacturer was Cornell Indio. Most people probably figured that out. And the blend that I had was Speakeasy Navy blend. So the production that I had, I believe, was from March of 2020. So I had just under 3 years on it, and I was thinking, I was like, well, I'm gonna open this up. I got 2 tins of it. I want to open up 1 tin and kind of see how it is. I don't like to smoke Virginias generally on the younger side because I think that they most of the time get so much better with some age on it. 3 years is still like a little young, but I kind of wanted to see how it was and see if I wanted to get some more. And I'm still like on the hunt for that top 5 Cornell and Deal blend. I just haven't found that yet. But so once I discovered the mold, I had thought that I had bought it from a certain retailer. I'll just go ahead and say it. I thought I had bought it from Smoking Pipes. I hadn't actually. When I called Smoking Pipes, they were like, we don't have any of those. We don't have any of those tins in your order. So I must have bought it from somewhere else because sometimes I will cruise the other tobacco vendors online just to see if maybe they got some of my favorites that maybe aren't in stock all the time. And probably what happened was I maybe found one of my favorites, and then I decided to throw a couple tins of this in. I got like a list of, tobaccos to try on my phone. So if I need to round out an order, if I want to grab something I haven't tried yet, I'll just go in there and I'll figure, just kind of pick one and buy a couple tins. But so Smoking Pipes, they're like, hey, send us an email if you got some pictures, send us a couple photos, and then we'll get it over to Cornell and Deal because they're right there. I think they're even owned by the same people essentially. We'll get over to them and they'll respond. So got an email from Cornell and Deal, and they're like, hey, I understand you got some issues. Let us know what you got, and where we can send some replacements. So unfortunately, obviously, you're not going to get a couple tins from that same production. You may not want them though if you find mold, but you're losing the age on it. But it didn't cost me anything. A few days later, the replacement tins showed up. So all in all, is great customer service. It's kind of what I expected. I expected them to do that. I know other people have had issues with that in the past, and they've done right by them. So I mean, I guess theoretically they don't technically have to do anything about it. It's just kind of bad luck. But the fact that they do something about it is pretty cool. So shouts out to Cordell and Deal. Appreciate you guys. Really painless process. Super easy, and we got it taken care of. So I'm not going to open up these tins right now. These are from just December of last year, and that goes on the floor now. But what I'll probably do is I'll wait a little while, but I do kind of want to, give these a shot, give one of these a shot and see kind of what it's like. And I'm not a big advocate for opening tins just to put them in jars and age them in jars. They're gonna age just fine in those tins most of the time, unless you get some bad luck with some mold or something like that. They're gonna age better in the jars or in the tins, most likely. So anyway, that's kind of that. I'm bummed I can't show you guys some speakeasy here, because that was my plan, was like I usually do, open up a tin, smoke almost all of it usually, and then do a review. But we're going to have to wait a little while on that. It's okay though, because I got other stuff open that I want to do reviews on. The Virginia slices, I like to do a review on, and I got a few other things that I'm smoking on right now that we'll see some reviews here in the near future for. But on to the box opening. Probably should have taken a photo for the thumbnail before I open it. Oh well. I think, if I remember right, there's only 2 different blends in here, but I bought a few tins of each. So there's not really much to show you. So it should be a pretty short little video, kind of a cool little thing, something for you guys to kind of watch and check out while I open up some. I'll open up a box of the tins here. So number 1. Oh, hold on. They're kind of mixed up a little bit. I want to make sure I get the number of tins right. There we go. So first thing I got is got 5 tins of Scottish cake. This is one of my favorites. I have, however, gotten to the point where I really try to let this go to at least 10, 12 years. And I've got a ton of tins. A ton of tins. I probably got, 40 tins of this. And some of the older stuff I think is some of the oldest I have is, I got a few from 2011 and a few from 2013. So, like I said, I really try to let this get 10, 12 years on, if not more. It just seems like it's just so much more like mellow, but also like full. It's kind of hard to explain. The Kentuckys sort of mellow out a little bit, and they really interplay well with the Virginias and a little bit of Perique in there. And I don't know, it just gets really, really good. And then I got 3 tins of Capstan Ready Rubbed. So first time I smoked this was I had bought a tin at a local place. I had never smoked it before, and I'd always heard about it, but I don't know, for whatever reason, never tried it. Smoked the tin in like record time for me. Did a review basically on like just rags that I had left in that tin. I think it was like pretty much the last possible bowls, like tobacco dust at that point, but I just couldn't stop smoking it, and I hadn't had a chance to do a review, but I really liked it. I smoked the flake a little bit later, and a couple months later, I think, and I liked it, but for me, the Ready Rubbed, I don't know, I felt like I liked the Ready Rubbed better. I liked how it behaved a little bit better. The flavor, to me, seemed like it was a little bit better, a little bit more full. I don't know. I really like the flake as well, and I think flake has a definitely has a place, and I will definitely buy some of the flake. Because there's certain, because I do like to just smoke a flake tobacco, fold it, stuff it, put a little shag on top, good to go, boom. But for whatever reason, I really, 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 really liked the Ready Rub. So I got 3 tins of that. Probably should have bought more, but it's kind of working on a budget, so I'll buy more in the future. You know, hopefully, right? You always like to say like, oh, there'll be more available in the future. Well, you never know. But got 3 tins. I got, good amount of tobacco for me already. I got stuff that I've, never tried, never smoked before, and it's, got years on it. But I don't have the kind of cellar that I see some guys on YouTube have. But at the same time, I haven't really had the I haven't really had the opportunity, I would say, to build my cellar. The first I started smoking a pipe when I was 18. Going to college, this and that, all this kind of stuff. So I really didn't start buying a good amount of tobacco until probably mid to late 20s. So anyway, little Scotch cake, little Ready Rubbed, and that's pretty much it. That's going to do it for me. I want to keep the video short. I don't want to make all my videos freaking 15 to 20 minutes long. Some people might like it. I mean, I'm sure, it's nice. And, I'm guessing that most people are watching these videos while they're smoking a pipe, so you probably don't mind if the videos drag on, but I like to change it up a little bit. And hopefully I'll be back here later on this week with a tobacco review. Not sure what that's going to be yet, but we'll see. Until then, hope y'all are having a good time. Hope y'all are safe and healthy. Families are good. If you're getting hit by any weather or super cold temps, just be safe. And hopefully you take care. Until next time, adios.